President Donald Trump defending the mass firings of government workers, including hundreds from the National Nuclear Security Administration. Meanwhile, he falsely claims that Ukraine started the war with Russia. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand in studio now with more of an overview of Trump's latest actions. Jory.
Yeah, Mark, this president has always had a, let's say, spotty relationship with the truth. But this one today left people in America, all over Europe, and of course in Ukraine aghast, especially because the president said it was Russia continuing its murder campaign in Ukraine, said it was Ukraine's fault, and it was Trump himself now who was blocking Ukraine from the negotiations.
Tonight, as President Trump continues to cause chaos throughout the government, he's now working with Russia to end their war against Ukraine. Trump sending 3 envoys to Saudi Arabia to negotiate directly with the Russians.
We couldn't have imagined a better result after this session.
Today is the first step of a long and difficult journey, but an important one.
But Trump leaving Ukraine out of the negotiations and today blaming them for starting the war by not handing over their land before Russia invaded.
And I think I have the power to end this war. And I think it's going very well. But today I heard, oh, well, we weren't invited. Well, you've been there for 3 years. You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
This is considered a major win for the Kremlin after they've been isolated from the West diplomatically and financially. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov already taking a victory lap, saying the U.S. is finally starting to listen to Moscow. European leaders in a panic holding an emergency summit to discuss their next moves. The French Prime Minister saying today we are witnessing an unthinkable alliance between Putin and Trump that is marginalizing Europe on its own soil. Back in the U.S., Trump continuing his purge of the federal workforce, leaving tens of thousands of Americans unemployed, including 700 at the CDC, amidst our nation's bird flu outbreak.
There's a lot of hardworking, dedicated people in that building that do incredibly important things for public health, and we're going to miss them if they're gone.
And now, for at least the second time, the Trump administration forced to try to hire back employees, figuring out their jobs were vital only after firing them.
Some of these workers focused on nuclear weapon security were immediately rehired. Do you have any concerns about how these terminations have
No, not at all. I think we have to just do what we have to do.
So among those being hired back, as you heard, folks from a nuclear security force after Trump officials realized that they protect our nuclear weapons, as well as USDA employees working on the bird flu. There's been a problem reaching some of those because when they were fired, their access to email was shut off. ABC News also reporting tonight 10% of the workforce at NASA has been fired, and it appears the IRS is next. Cuts expected there as soon as tomorrow. Jory Rand, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.